The Australian Securities Exchange has chosen its new boss and says it's prepared for competition. Facing nervous investors at its annual general meeting, it brushed off a recent failed takeover bid and looked forward with optimism. Tracy Kirkland reports.
The share market may be volatile, but management at the Australian Securities Exchange says the road ahead for the company looks anything but. Still, investors arrived at today's annual general meeting with serious questions, although there was also more than a hint of optimism.
He's got a competitor coming on to the market, so we don't know what's going to happen there.
Well, new CEO is unknown quantity, so but someone's got to run it, eh?
It will have its ups and downs, probably a lot more downs in the next few months, and after that, hopefully it will return to a more profitable situation.
Overseeing his last AGM with the ASX, outgoing CEO Robert Elstone was upbeat about his time there.
When we look at the journey since 2006, I think in a word, we've been busy.
Accepting there are challenges ahead, he tried to settle any nerves about the new competitor Chi-X, which is expected to begin operating later this year. He admitted there is some risk and could be unanticipated costs associated with competition, but said the ASX is positioned perfectly to deal with the change. He also pointed out it comes with benefits.
I think from a management and board point of view, we would probably say that diversification of our revenue streams and a wider service offering to our customer base is probably better long-term value creator than the short-term leverage that we enjoy as a sole service provider.
Although the assurances went a long way to comforting investors, some questions remain.
Of course, what we don't know in the future, whether the way will be made clear for other competitors. In a market of Australia's size, of course, there's only so many competitors that you could have out there competing in the marketplace.
Focus also moved to the failed bid by the Singapore Exchange to take over the ASX earlier this year.
I think I'm happy that it failed. I wouldn't like to see our exchange being controlled from Singapore, which was what it was likely to be.
I think that we would have had a better price for our shares, but I'm not sure how it would have worked into the future. So, it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't know sometimes.
Chairman David Gonski promised shareholders the company would seek out alliances with rival global exchanges to combat the growing competition in Australian financial markets.
We believe very strongly in regional and indeed world, both integration, alliances or whatever. And I should assure the shareholders, as I did in my address, we will continue to look at alternatives.
Whatever the future, it will be overseen by new CEO Elmer Funky Cooper, who is expected to start work next month.